All right, we got to talk more about the squad because there was some moments from them yesterday. Oh, damn. Some super racist moments, actually. But we have to kick it off with Stephen A. Smith, who went on the craziest racist tirade about Trump's DEI, like his initiative to sort of tear down DEI. Stephen A. Smith has no idea, I don't think, how racist he is being in this clip. But he gets more and more shrill as he shows his racist colors.
Because when you handle it the way that the Trump administration is handling it, we want the most qualified, we want the smartest, we want this, we want that. What you're really saying is, we want white dominance again.
Oh,
that's what you're really saying.
Why?
You want white dominance. Because if you're pointing to DEI, and that's usually pointed towards quote unquote unqualified minorities, because you're always using the word qualified, as if everybody that got a position through DEI is not qualified. We know what you're implying. We know what you're insinuating.
No, we don't.
And you got folks in the administration, and Pete Hegseth, oh my God, the nerve of him to just join into the fray and give his quote about making sure qualified people have these jobs. You're the defense secretary.
Yeah.
Whose only job prior to this was as a weekend host on Fox News.
Actually, no, that's not true. You may want to do your homework, dude.
What
you came
a psychopath.
Unprepared for that segment. A little unprepared. He did other stuff besides that, but okay. You might want to take all the seats because that was really unprepared.
Oh my God.
Okay, so he was doing pretty well up to that point. Like he was starting to see some light here and there, a little bit of light trickle through the window.
Wait, who? Like, Stephen Smith?
Stephen Smith, yeah. He was starting to like say some things that made some sense on some shows.
About really Democrats. That's true. That is true.
He was starting to see some things. And I was like, okay, there's hope for him. And then that, you know? So it's outrageous. Have you seen his cabinet? You can't say that
thing.
It's just outrageous when people say that he's like some white supremacist. We just got through talking a half hour ago. We showed you the list. It is based on merit. It's not based on skin color or gender or any other bull crap that Democrats base everything on because they're fixated on race. They're totally fixated on gender and all that crap that we don't care about.
Yeah. I don't think he realizes he can't realize how racist that sounded.
Right.
What he was saying there is that if you say DEI is bad, or if you say that you're only looking for the most qualified, you actually mean only white. That's freaking racist.
You want to hear?
You're basically saying that. I mean, he's saying that blacks aren't qualified by saying that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's something really interesting. My daughter, one of her teachers at school, and you and I both have raised our kids to be very astute, critical thinkers. She came home last night and she was like, "Mom, I won't say what it was one of her teachers, and she is a black woman." And she said to the class, she had no place to say this in class, but she said to the class, and I don't really know exactly all the context, but she said that black people cannot be racist.
Oh my God.
And, some of the kids in the class were like, really? Because I don't agree with you. And she's like, nope, absolutely not. Black people can be prejudiced, but they can't be racist. And of course, Gwen was like, okay, because she, in her mind, she's thinking, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to but first of all, that has no place in a high school class, with freshmen. It just doesn't, especially in that particular class. And second of all, it's not true. It doesn't matter what your skin color is. You can absolutely be a racist. And she knows that. She knows that. We know that. You can be a racist. And in that particular case, kind of like what you said, he was being racist, And it's unfortunate that that is the case, that anybody can be racist, but racism exists and it doesn't matter what color you are, but you can be racist. It doesn't matter how much melanin you have in your skin. So yeah, I know. I hate that. I hate that they say that teachers say that kind of stuff in classrooms. Just
teach the class,
Right. Just teach the class.
You guys, what's also insane is not being prepared for any kind of emergency or disaster with emergency food, an emergency food supply from our friends at readywise.com. Their stuff is delicious. They have all of these yummy soups like the chicken noodle, but they've got all the different flavors of soups that you can imagine. And they also have these amazing self-heating meal kits, which only require water. That's it. Not even hot water, but just water. And then they've got these magic like heating bags, these bags and heating pad. I don't know. I don't understand the magic. I just know you add water and all of a sudden you have a delicious hot meal. And you can get different, you can get just like a 3-day pack of emergency food. You can get a month's worth, you can get 3 months worth, or even a year's worth. And it stores for up to 25 years. You'll just know you have it on hand in whatever possible disaster scenario might strike. And we know that people are susceptible to disasters. I mean, we've seen what's been happening all over our country and all over the world. This is just one way that you can have a little bit of peace of mind. So just visit readywise.com, use promo code CHICKS20 at checkout. You'll get 20% off your entire purchase. Again, that's readywise.com and the code is CHICKS20. Well, Jasmine Crockett is also just one of the worst when it comes to the race baiting grift. And so she was, I don't even know what show she's on. It's CNN. She's talking to Anderson Cooper, maybe. I don't even know. But she's talking about how there's now a white supremacist in charge. And she just tosses out, as if it's fact, these crime stats, which are utterly false, talking about how white people commit more crime than any other race, which is just absolutely false. But here she is, race baiting like crazy.
This is very simple. We right now have a white supremacist that is sitting in the White House. He is backed up by other white supremacists. And if you really want to know who the criminals are in this country, you can Google it. You don't have to trust me. But the people that commit 80% of the most violent crimes in this country are white supremacists. Yet for whatever reason, they sit and they serve at the pleasure of the president. They are the ones that were there on January 6th, tearing our democracy down physically. And now we have them tearing us down right here from within.
These are the real stats.
Yeah, that's a lie. Like she's just like flat out lying to people.
Yeah. The FBI stats say blacks are 14% of the population. Whites are about 75 when you include what the FBI calls white Latinos. But if all things are equal, you would expect blacks to commit 14% of violent crime and whites to commit around 75%. But that is not the case. The FBI says that blacks, mostly men, which account for about 7% of the entire population, commit 51.2% of all murders. And then you can see the rest of the stats. That's what the crime data actually looks like. I don't know what kind of crazy Jasmine is smoking, but it's crazy.
And
it's
she insinuated that the people who are in this administration are actual criminals.
Yeah.
Like that's what she was insinuating, which is also completely and totally false. Like she is a flat out liar, and her shirt was really offensive.
Well, I don't know. It's like she's bringing the puffy shirt from Seinfeld back.
Right. It was really bad. Like she's getting ready to go play football in that. What is it with the shoulder pads? Why are we bringing that back?
I don't know. And unfortunately, we have a small other dose of her, because I just want people to listen to this next little clip of her and imagine the reverse being said by a white person about black tears, for example, because she talks about white tears. This is just unbelievable.
It's gross.
It's gross. Yeah. Brace yourself.
That's what's happening right now. I am tired of the white tears. Listen, if you are competent, you are not concerned. When I walk into Congress every single day, you know why I don't feel away and why you can't make me doubt who I am? Is because I know that I had to work 10 times as hard as they did just to get into the seat. When you look and you compare me to Marjorie Taylor Greene or me to Lauren Boebert, there is no comparison. And that is the life that we have always lived. So the only people that are crying are the mediocre white boys that have been beaten out by people that historically have had to work so much harder. This is why they don't want us to have education.
Oh my God. Okay.
Now we don't want them to have an education. What the hell?
Yeah, she's just completely lost her mind. But she's found her niche, right? She's found her niche, and that she is literally the Al Sharpton of the floor now, right?
Yep.
I mean, she's like, I'm going to play that race card, and I'm going to just play it and play it and play it. And people are so sick of this crap.
They are. And thankfully, there's plenty of Black people who are sick and tired of it too. Here's one fella calling her out so well.
How to imagine for a second if a white congressman or woman got on TV and started talking about black tears the way she's talking about white tears. It's totally disgusting. See, if Democrats couldn't race hustle and constantly divide Americans by race, they would be out of a job. They have to keep us fighting in order to stay in positions of power. Because if we realized how similar we are and how much we have in common, there wouldn't be as much of us fighting amongst each other. And we would start to look at the actual problems, which is their policies. See, it's not Trump who's been in power in the inner city for decades. It's Democrats. It's not Trump who's allowed crime and poverty to run rampant in the inner city. It's Democrats. See, it's not Trump who put Planned Parenthood in our communities, leading to the termination of millions of babies that look like me. It's the Democrats. See, it's not Trump that destroyed the nuclear family within our communities. That'd be the Democrats. And if we want to go back to the roots, see, it's not Trump who's a part of the party of the Klan, the party of Jim Crow, the party that didn't want black people to have civil rights, the party that wanted to continue slavery. No, that would be the Democrats. The oppression is not coming from Trump. It's coming from the same party it's been coming from. It's the same party that uses the media to push their agenda in order to divide us by race. They're even using the public education system to do the same thing. It's totally demonic. The Americans are waking up and starting to see through this propaganda. The gig is up. It's over.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, people are just tired of this crap.
Over
it worked.
So
it worked
over
for a while. It worked, but the Obama era is over. We're tired of this crap.